Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing. Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio! So then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened last week?
Not even a little bit.
We finished the book of Joshua!
Oh yeah, duh.
Stupid.
Well, we've had microphone problems since then.
We have.
And I've had to deal with a bunch of crap with regard to that. And now we have a fantastic microphone that maybe is too good for us.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary.
We aren't made for this kind of thing.
Right. It picks up everything. And we're like, no, we don't. I don't want it to hear me breathing, for God's sakes.
Or coughing.
Right. Or like our dishwasher running.
Yeah, I had to turn the dishwasher off. And I'm pretty peeved about that. So sorry about the last couple episodes being shitty.
Right. But I think we have we think we have our microphone problem solved.
We hope.
We hope.
Yeah.
So what are we reading today that is going to have to go through our new microphone?
We are starting the book of Judges.
Okay.
Chapter 1.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get on into this.
Okie doke. Okay, Judges chapter 1.
Okay.
And I almost said Joshua because that's
J.
I know.
Fucking J's.
And you know how I feel about things
Jacob,
that start with
Joshua,
the same letter.
Judges.
Yeah. So Judges. Okay.
Yep.
Chapter 1. Judah and Simon capture Adonai-Bezek.
Do they now?
They do.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to say that again. Adonai-Bezek.
Sure.
Okay. After
ivermectin?
Shut up. No,
okay.
Not ivermectin. Don't do it, guys. After the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord, "Oh no! Which tribe should go first to attack the Canaanites?"
Oh no. Which one?
Which one? Which one goes
they
first?
all want to go. They're very excited about it.
Or do you think that they're maybe going, not it.
Right.
Nose goes.
Yeah.
The Lord answered, Judah. For
Yeah.
I have given them victory over the land.
Of course. Didn't we already beat them? Didn't we already, conquer the Canaanites?
There's still some left.
But it feels like we're just going back and covering what we already covered in more detail.
Maybe.
Okay.
But Joshua's dead now.
Yeah, but if they're still beating the Canaanites, then he's not dead.
No, it literally says after the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
This is the leftover shit that they didn't clean up.
That's literally what I said.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying good attention there.
You were blowing me off like you do?
A little bit.
Okay,
I'm working on the
stop.
microphone all fucking night. So
okay,
just,
pay attention.
cut me some slack here.
Pay attention because I know it in the moment, but then I forget it.
Okay.
I count on you to remember it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
All right.
So get it right.
I'm working on it.
Okay, so Judah's going to do it. Okay.
Judah.
The men of Judah said to their relatives from the tribe of Simon, "Join with us to fight against the Canaanites living in the territory allotted to us." I thought he'd give him an excited voice.
Did they really have to specify that it was the men? Because women aren't allowed to do shit.
I know.
They didn't have to specify.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Then we will help you conquer your territory.
Oh,
You
boy.
scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
It'll be fun.
It will, yeah.
Party. Good times.
Killing.
Yeah. So the men of Simon went with Judah. When the men of Judah attacked, the Lord gave them victory over the Canaanites and Perizzites.
Of course he did.
No, Perizzites. And they killed 10,000
Holy
enemy
shit.
warriors at the town of Bezek.
Damn.
10,000.
That's a lot of dead people.
That makes me sad.
Yeah. But it was thousands of years ago, so I'm not as sad as I could be.
I know. I don't know. I guess because like the current wars and stuff, it just makes me think like 10,000 people. My God.
Yeah, I'm sure it was tragic back then, but they've been dead so long that it's
I'm thinking of it in context
okay.
of that many people dying.
Got it.
Not the specific people.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. I don't have a lot of sympathy for people that are long gone.
Right.
But I do have to be in awe of that large amount of people being slaughtered.
Right.
It's grotesque.
Yeah.
While at Bezek, they encountered King Adonai-Bezek and fought against him, and the Canaanites and Perizzites were defeated, which I'm pretty sure we just said.
Yeah. But, we got to cover things twice.
Just making sure I'm not crazy.
Right.
Adonai-Bezek escaped.
Oh, no, not
boom,
that.
Boom, boom. But the Israelites soon captured him and cut off his thumbs and big toes. God damn. This Bible.
They didn't kill him. They just tortured him.
This Bible clowning.
They're like, we were going to kill everybody, but it's more fun to just chop off your digits, So.
I can just imagine them tying him up and putting a clown nose on it and going, honk, honk. Bitch, why you clowning? They cut off his thumbs and big toes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adonai-Bezek said, I once had 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off, eating scraps from under my table. Now God has paid me back for what I did to them.
Wait, he used to cut off toes and big thumbs?
Apparently.
That's hilarious. So, that was why they did that to him, apparently.
Yeah.
Which there wasn't a great lead up to that.
No, so you knew this guy then.
Yeah, right?
You heard tale.
He apparently had, a reputation, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Is what I'm. Yeah. This could have had a little more exciting lead up.
Yeah. You could have gone on about the tales about this guy.
We heard the story of Adonai-Bezek, and he used to do terrible atrocities.
Right.
To his people.
Set us up for it.
Right?
Let us know why you're going to torture his ass.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not afterwards. Before.
Otherwise, it sounds like it came out of nowhere. We did a weird thing for no reason. Oh, well, this reason.
Sure.
Okay, so anyway, they took him to Jerusalem and he died there.
Oh.
He probably bled out his thumbs.
His toe. One of those two.
Oh, shit. Okay. So that's the end of that section, not chapter. Okay.
Maybe it was gangrene.
It very well could have been.
Right, yeah.
He probably bled out the one and gangrene the other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or they tried to circumcise him and and he was like, no, and they were like, fuck you, you're dead.
Okay, yeah. Let's just not talk about that. That nasty. All right. Judah conquers Jerusalem and Hebron.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this section is just going to be a whole bunch of conquering.
It sounds that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
The men of Judah attacked Jerusalem and captured it, killing all its people and setting the city on fire.
That sounds productive.
Yeah, they set that shit on fire.
Why?
Let the motherfucker burn.
Isn't it? Why would you set it on fire?
Because they don't need no city. Let the motherfucker burn.
But there's so much shit there that could have been used.
They don't want to use it. That's how the song goes.
I guess. Okay.
Why do I have to explain this to you?
Because it's stupid.
Well, it is, but that's how the song goes.
Okay.
Then they went down to fight the Canaanites living in the hill country, the Negev, and the western foothills.
I swear to God, we already did this shit with Joshua too.
Well, but there were leftovers, remember?
Yeah,
the outskirts.
But there weren't supposed to be. God, helped them out.
Right, and he's still helping them.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only when they win, though.
Right.
Judah marched against the Canaanites in Hebron, formerly called Kiriath Arba. That was my parentheses voice.
Parentheses, yeah.
Yeah. Defeating the forces of Shishai, Ahiman, and Talmai.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that happened, and that's the end of that little section.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Othniel conquers Debir and receives Aksa.
Oxa, huh?
Yeah.
I always want to receive Oxa. The fuck is that?
I mean, maybe it's a city. He
Oh,
receives
yeah,
city.
okay. All right.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking like it could be an idol, but then I realized that's stupid. He
Right.
probably receives a city. I don't
Probably.
know. I don't know. Let's go see.
Yeah.
Okay, from there they went to fight against the people living in the town of Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sefer.
Because it's so important.
Caleb said, I'll give my daughter Aksa in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer.
They like to do that a lot. When somebody wins a battle, they're like, you can have my daughter.
Daughters are pointless. Would you like a walking womb? I know how you like to make a baby. Here, have this one.
I need some meat. If you give me that cow, I'll give you my daughter.
Sure.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Daughters are pointless.
Right.
What they gonna do?
Sure. Right.
Yeah, this is gross. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it. Othniel, the son of Caleb's younger brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it. So Aksa became Othniel's wife.
Okay.
When Aksa married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. I mean, could you imagine, like, well, I guess we're married now. Hey, can you ask my dad for a field?
Right. Yeah.
Like, how does that conversation go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, was it before they consummated the marriage? After?
I'm sure after.
Like, I'm married to you now, and
we need a field.
We need a field.
Yeah, let's go get that from my dad.
From my dad. Yeah. Can you ask him? Because, I'm just a girl. He won't listen to me.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a smart idea to have a field.
Sure. Yeah, fields are good.
I have a whole field of shits.
That you give none of?
That I give none of.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
I just figured that was the case, so.
Yes. Okay. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, what's the matter?
Yeah.
She said, well, let me have another gift. You've already given me land in the Negev. Now, please give me springs of water too.
Oh, yeah.
So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs.
Well, yeah, sure. Okay.
So that happened.
Right.
Okay.
She just got to ask, apparently.
I don't know why she didn't ask for the field if she was just going to be like, give me another gift.
Right.
Give me all the gifts.
Yeah.
I want so many gifts.
I want gifts.
So
I need some gifts.
Do you think if we asked your dad for a field?
Fuck no, he wouldn't give me a field.
Do you think if we asked my dad for a field? I mean, my dad's a Christian, so.
Yeah.
No?
No.
I'll tell him it's in the Bible.
No.
I don't really want a field anyway. What the fuck am I going to do with a field?
I don't know.
All right. Next little section here.
Okay.
The extent of the conquest of Judah and Benjamin.
The extent of it.
The extent of it.
Okay.
They had some conquest. Womp womp. Okay. When the tribe of Judah left Jericho, the city of palms, the Kenites, who were descendants of Moses' father-in-law. Yeah.
It sounded like it went on forever.
It did.
And yeah.
That's how I do.
Got it.
Traveled with them into the wilderness of Judah. They settled among the people there near the town of Arad in the Negev. Then Judah joined with Simon to fight against the Canaanites living in Zephath. And they completely destroyed the town.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Knock down that bookstore. What the fuck? So the town was named Hormah.
But it was completely destroyed, so who cares?
Right.
In
addition, Judah captured the towns of Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ekron, along with their surrounding territories. The Lord was with the people of Judah, and they took possession of the hill country. Oh, but they failed to drive out the people living in the plains who had iron chariots.
But that was, again, that was God's doing. He was supposed to drive them out for them.
They must have taken some gold they weren't supposed to take.
There must have been something wrong, yeah.
Fucked on a Sunday.
But why aren't they telling us there was something wrong?
I don't know.
With what they did, because
God was not with them that day.
God was supposed to handle this shit for them.
God was not with them that day.
Apparently.
So it's their fault.
I just don't understand.
They did a bad.
If God wasn't with them, you'd think they would cover that. They covered it in detail during Moses' time.
I don't know. Maybe it does go on. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
The town of Hebron was given to Caleb as Moses had promised, and Caleb drove out the people living there who were descendants of the 3 sons of Anak.
Damn. They're still around, huh?
Yeah, these giants. That's why.
They just never go away.
They never go away.
It's like a rat infestation.
Yeah, they just keep being there. Sorry, I kicked a tray.
Oh, okay.
That's how I do.
Got it.
Okay. The tribe of Benjamin, however, failed to drive out the Jebusites who were living in Jerusalem. So to this day, the Jebusites live in Jerusalem.
There should be a drinking game where every time they say to this day, you gotta take a drink. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Live in Jerusalem among the people of Benjamin.
Okay. To this day.
To this day.
Okay.
This day as of several thousand years ago that they wrote this.
Whatever.
Okay, that's the end of that little section.
Okay.
Okay, we're still on
That's
chapter 1.
That's a lot of sections in one.
I know.
One chapter.
We're starting with a bang.
Dang.
Joseph conquers Bethel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The descendants of Joseph attacked the town of Bethel, and the Lord was with them. They sent men to scout out Bethel, formerly known as Luz. They confronted a man coming out of the town and said to him, "Show us a way into the town, and we will have mercy on you." So he showed them a way in.
Well, yeah, what are you going to do, right? You know?
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
And they killed everyone in the town except that man and his family.
Holy shit.
He just happened to be going out, and that's what saved him?
Man.
What the fuck?
It's a good day to go out.
Later, the man moved to the land of the Hittites where he built a town. He named it Luz, which is its name to this day.
Wait, the guy that they spared?
Yeah.
He created a new town called Luz.
Yeah.
Like as a fuck you.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. He was like, okay, that was Luz, and then y'all captured it and made it Bethel and killed everybody except for me. I'm going to go make a new Luz.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cool that all of his friends and family,
No.
not family, but all his friends died.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But it's cool that he created a new town in honor of it.
I like that he did that.
Yeah, I do too.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And the Hittites.
You show those Israelites.
Yeah. God damn it.
Right?
Okay, that's the end of that little section.
Another section done. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
The extent of the conquest of Manasseh and Ephraim.
Okay.
Isn't this East Side Gang?
This is East Side Gang.
Okay. Gang.
Yeah.
Okay. The tribe of Manasseh failed to drive out the people living in Bethshan, Tanakh, Dor, Ibleam, Megiddo, and all their surrounding settlements.
Jesus. You know, this is a lot of failure.
Yeah.
A lot.
Because the Canaanites were determined to stay in that region. And I guess God was not with them that day.
Right. Yeah. God did not help a lot of people here.
Yeah.
This is weird.
I'm
It's almost like God doesn't exist or something.
I'm really happy.
Is that what's going on here?
I'm really happy that the Canaanites are surviving, and also that it looks like there's no such thing as God. I did hear you.
Yeah. No, it's just amazing how much he's not helping them move these people out of the land that he was going to help them move them out of.
I know. Weird. So. When the Israelites grew stronger,
yeah, right,
because they got the ass whooped,
they leveled up.
They forced the Canaanites to work as slaves, but they never did drive them completely out of the land.
Man.
That's why. They keep disobeying God. God said get them out.
And also, God apparently is not helping them drive them out. So
right.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, they fucked on a Sunday. They did something bad.
I guess.
The tribe of Ephraim failed to drive out the Canaanites living in Gezer, so the Canaanites continued to live there among them.
To this day?
It doesn't say to this day, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, yeah.
And also, this is not good. Judges chapter 1 is off to a bad start for the Israelites.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the end of that little section. We got another one now.
Jesus, this is a shit ton of sections.
I know, right? Kind of fun.
I mean, yeah, like we're just
damn, Judges is like moving.
It's kind of
it's snappy.
Right.
Okay, the extent of the conquest of the other tribes
of the
all the other guys.
Yeah. Just lump them all in.
The tribe
that would include Dan, I suppose.
Probably, yeah, probably. Okay. Son of Nun.
No,
Dan.
Joshua, son of Nun.
Oh yeah, God damn it! I do that every time.
Dan is a tribe.
I know.
They're a tribe of Israel.
I keep forgetting because it seems like never mind. I just have problems with names. That's
Dan
all it is.
Specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for being here to set me straight.
Hey, anytime.
I don't mind looking foolish.
Nah.
The tribe of Zebulun failed to drive out the residents of Kitron and Nahalol.
Damn Zebulons.
I hate them guys.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, I could use Zebulon as my Z for my book that I'm trying to write.
Yeah.
You can. I'm doing like a Bible A to Z thing that I'm trying to put together.
And it's really cool.
Yeah, so far it's pretty cool.
You need to finish
it. I was like, I got to come up with a Z.
Yeah.
The fuck am I going to use for Z?
Yeah, now you got
Zebulon.
Yep.
Okay.
So the Canaanites continue to live among them. So,
okay.
They
fail
to drive them out.
Again.
They live among them.
Yeah.
But the Canaanites were forced to work as slaves for the people of Zebulun.
Sure. I mean,
So how do they fail to drive them out, but
yeah,
they
like if they're
live on as
slaves, you could
slaves?
literally just have them you
You could literally kill them.
right, or drive them out.
I don't yeah, I don't understand.
Like no problem here. They are slaves, guys.
Right,
They do your bidding because they are slaves.
right. You've
So
conquered
you
them.
chose not to drive them out
Right,
because you wanted slaves.
right.
That is the actual reality.
And that's why God is failing to help them win all the time. Is their argument per canon,
Okay,
you know?
I guess.
In Bible canon, not in real life.
Okay.
Obviously.
Right, right.
I'm just saying that's what they would say. Like, oh, it's probably because we kept them instead of killed them.
Got it.
Right? That makes sense.
I
That
guess.
tracks.
But it does. But what doesn't track though is the fact that God is not like wrathing on them right now.
Yes,
Like
yes.
what the fuck? Because like in
He
the
should
past,
be
he
wiping
was
them
like
out.
immediate wrath. Like it was
Yeah.
just like right then. You
Yeah.
know, fire and fucking sinking into the ground.
Right.
And snakes and I mean Jesus, he was fucking on that shit.
Yeah. He burned them alive.
Right.
Yeah.
And now just like
boils.
Nothing. Now he's just like what?
Leprosy.
Did something happen?
Yeah. He's like, whatever. I just won't help you win. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got bored of that game.
Right. Yeah.
The tribe of Asher failed to drive out the residents of Akko, Sidon, Alab, Akzib, Helba, Aphek, and Rehob.
I'm gathering that they didn't drive any of the fucking Canaanites out.
They drove a lot out, but they
Okay.
didn't drive a lot out too.
Right, yeah.
They drove more out than they let stay.
All right.
Otherwise, they would have been driven out.
Right. That's okay.
I mean, right?
Sure, yeah.
Instead, the people of Asher moved in among the Canaanites who controlled the land, for they
What?
failed to drive them out.
Oh my god, like the Canaanites still controlled the land.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's crazy.
They were like at a stalemate, like, hey, we're gonna live here, you're gonna live there.
And it's your land.
Yeah, we're just gonna not fight because we all don't want to die.
I'm just gonna live here.
And we won't make you slaves. We're just gonna live here with you.
And you won't make us slaves.
And we'll pay you taxes if you want.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Until God decides we can kill you.
And if your sex parties are better than ours, we might join in with you.
But don't tell God.
Right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
And how? Likewise, the tribe of Naphtali failed to drive out the residents of Beth Shemesh and Beth Anath. Instead, they moved in among the Canaanites who controlled the land. Nevertheless, the people of Beth Shemesh and Beth Anath were forced to work as slaves for the people of Naphtali.
So the Canaanites still became slaves in there, but they
in this other place.
Okay.
This other tribe.
I was just checking.
The tribe of Naphtali.
They said they moved in with them, but
no, this is the tribe. Likewise, the tribe of Naphtali failed to drive out the residents.
Okay.
They moved in among the Canaanites who controlled the land. Nevertheless, the people of these cities were forced to work as slaves for the people of Naphtali.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. How do you control it, but then you work as slaves also?
Right. I don't know.
That's weird wording.
Yeah, I don't understand. As for the tribe of Dan,
there they are.
There they are. The Amorites forced them back into the hill country and would not let them come down into the plains.
Damn.
Go Canaanites.
Dan did not perform well.
Dan failed.
Yeah.
Dan's a big fail.
I mean, God didn't give him much of a blessing, so.
That is true. The Amorites were determined to stay in Mount Heres, Ajalon, and Shalbim. But when the descendants of Joseph became stronger, they forced the Amorites to work as slaves. The boundary of the Amorites ran from Scorpion Pass to Selah and continued upward from there. The end.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what chapter 1 was about is
failure.
Joshua's dead and they didn't drive out all the Canaanites.
Yeah, massive failure.
Yeah.
And God is not on their side. At least that's what I'm taking from
right.
This.
And
like they were supposed to have God on their side and drive them out and destroy them completely.
Yeah, and kill them all.
Right.
And even where they did win and gain control of the land, they kept the people as slaves for the most part.
Do you remember when they said that one Israelite was worth what was it, 10,000?
Yeah.
Others?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that's the way it's going.
It's not going that way.
No, I'd say it's more like a one-on-one type thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It just depends on the day of the week, the mood, the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this isn't going the way, like, this is almost counter to what you would want to present in the Bible. It just doesn't
Right.
sound like God's in control here at
Right.
all.
Well, I think what's going to happen is that it's going to be blamed on the people because they were given this land and they didn't act properly
Well, it's
and
always
do the
blamed on the people,
well,
but
yeah.
like that's the same thing that happens in religion today. People are like, well, they must have done something wrong to deserve that.
Right.
It was something in that family or that person or whatever,
Right.
like,
They didn't pray hard enough,
right. And
etc.
it's like, oh, so your God is real as long as it's doing good, and
Mhm.
and you have to come up with the person has to be bad if it's something bad happened to them.
Right. Right.
Like, no wonder people think badly of people who
Are
are down on their
poor
luck or
or
poor. Yeah,
yeah.
like, I mean, it's inherent in the religion. Like, if you are not doing well,
Yeah.
you must not be in the favor of God.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of shit.
Obviously. Obviously.
That's just kind of shit in my opinion.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've gone on long enough here, and
We killed chapter 1
we kill it.
unlike the Israelites who did
They
not
did not
kill
kill.
the Canaanites.
Yeah.
We killed chapter 1.
Hopefully this mic works better and everybody liked the mic this time, because
Except for the
I'm
times
not buying another one.
But except for the times when I kicked
Knocked
a
in the
tray
box.
and knocked on the box
Right.
and
Yeah.
made noises.
Right.
Sorry about all those. That's
Yeah.
me.
All right. So tomorrow, what are we doing?
Judges chapter 2.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
Not really. No, I've been dealing with mic shit and it's really pissing me off. This brand new mic is like still causing me problems. And I'm like, this is supposed to work.
You
Good.
said mic shit, and I was like, who's Mike?
No, the microphone.
Microphone.
The fucking microphone.
The fucking microphone.
I spent goddamn time working on a microphone issue.
Oh, well, I don't
And
know.
it's happened for 3 episodes now, and this might be the 4th, and I'm sorry if it is.
I don't know anything about that. I hope it works out well, and I'm sorry if it doesn't.
Me too.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Judges chapter 1. Do you remember?
Yes, we read the first chapter of Judges. That was amazing.
It was.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't, because it was just about how they failed to kick out all the Canaanites like they were supposed to.
Right. That's what I meant. It wasn't amazing.
It was amazing to have started the next book.
Yes, that is what I meant.
Right
there. Yeah.
Shut up. You did not. You fool. So yeah. Oh, and there was a king who got his thumbs and big toes cut off.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
that was unexpected.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah. And God was not present apparently a lot, because
like almost at all.
Like, he didn't do the things that he said he was going to do, and then they had to clean up his mess, and then he still didn't do the things he said he was going to do.
He was like, peace out, but without the peace out part.
Because like some of them didn't even get conquered,
I know.
even in the second round of things. I'm like, what?
Weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are we getting into today?
Judges chapter 2.
All right, let's go do this shit.
Let's. Judges chapter 2.
Alrighty.
The angel of the Lord at Bochum.
Wait, the angel of the Lord, huh?
Yeah, the angel of the Lord.
Okay.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
Was this like the commander of God's armies?
Right? Like,
maybe?
I don't know.
Or was that God himself?
See, I don't know, because there was no confirmation one way or the other.
Right? It was like one fucking sentence.
And Bible scholars were a little arguey over it.
Yeah, and since it's not actually covered in the Bible, I guess we'll never actually know.
Right, exactly.
Oh, well.
But this time they're saying it's an angel of the Lord.
Okay.
Okay.
Angel of the Lord.
The angel of the Lord went up from Gilgal to Bochum. Why did he travel? Why didn't he just fly?
Couldn't he just like materialize?
Right, teleport.
Right.
And said to the Israelites, I brought you out of Egypt into this land that I swore to give your ancestors, and I said I would never break my covenant with you. Is he speaking as God?
Right? That's what it's. I guess the angels do kind of sometimes sort of speak as God, sort of.
It's just.
At least for God. But like to say that's a really weird. But I mean, that could be a mistranslation too. So like we have to allow for that.
But I'm not comfortable with it, because I feel like it should be, hey, God wanted me to tell you ...
Yeah, even in a mistranslation, or even in a translation, that should register as weird when they're translating it that way.
Right?
Don't you think?
So is the angel of the Lord actually
God?
God?
Is it like maybe it's like an extension, like a
Like Jesus is supposed to be?
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
I don't
he's
know.
got so many arms and feet all over the fucking
It's like a
place.
puppet finger, you know? He's like,
Oh, I really like that analogy. Puppet finger angel
yeah.
says, for your part, you were not to make any covenants with the people living in this land. Instead, you were to destroy their altars. God damn it.
Yeah.
But you disobeyed my command. Motherfuckers. Why did you do this? God damn it.
Yeah.
So now I declare that I will no longer drive out the people living in your land. Na, 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 na. They will be thorns in your sides, and their gods will be a constant temptation to you. Wait a minute. So you were losing, so now you're going to keep losing. Boom, bitches.
He wasn't able to do the thing that he said he would do, and so he's gonna punish them for it.
He's blaming the people.
That seems a little
You
shitty.
didn't win the wars that I said you'd win, and now I'm mad at you for not winning the wars.
You're a fucking god. It should have been like a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Like they should have been like if you were on their side when they went to war, there shouldn't have been any question. They should have just rolled over their goddamn enemies.
And then they wouldn't have had to take some as slaves or what the fuck ever.
Yeah, it would have been easy peasy.
Yeah, I don't get this. And unless it's, as we said before, the people didn't really want to be murdery, but they sounded awfully excited to be murdery.
Some of them, I think, were, but some of them probably weren't. And regardless, God was supposed to like basically make the enemies lay down in front of them. They weren't supposed to have any issues.
Right.
God's going to destroy their enemies.
Right.
And then he didn't. So now he's blaming them for that.
Right. That sounds about typical.
Bunch of shit.
Your failures are your own, but your successes are all God.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That tracks. Yeah.
That's about what religion is about, isn't it?
That's about how it goes.
So when the angel of the Lord finished speaking to all the Israelites, the people wept loudly. So they called the place Bochum, which means weeping, and they offered sacrifices there to the Lord. I bet they did. I bet they did.
Right.
Please don't be mad at us. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, this next little section is called the death of Joshua.
Oh. Wait, didn't he already die?
He already died.
Okay.
This must be a flashback.
I guess. Or, in case you skip Joshua.
Right? Yeah. Okay. After Joshua sent the people away, each of the tribes left to take possession of the land allotted to them. Yeah, I remember that. That happened.
Wait. Was this whole battle thing, was this a flash? Like, I asked this the last time in the last chapter. Was this whole battle thing the actual battle? Were they going over the actual battles while Joshua was there?
Oh, maybe. I don't fucking know. Because I thought no.
Because that would make more sense because, then...
So maybe the book of Judges starts while Joshua is still alive.
That's what it kind of sounds like here, right?
Okay.
Maybe.
Sure.
I mean,
So they like run concurrent?
I guess for at least,
or
a few seconds.
This doesn't pick up right at the end. It picks up like in the last couple sections.
Right. It's like somebody like read the last book and they're like, wait, we got to make a few corrections here.
Right.
So we got to go back a little bit and then we'll go on.
Yeah. Okay. So, and the Israelites served the Lord throughout the lifetime of Joshua and the leaders who outlived him, those who had seen all the great things the Lord had done for Israel. Joshua, son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died at the age of 110. I remember.
Yep.
They buried him in the land he had been allocated at Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim, north of Mount Gash.
Yep, they said that too.
After that generation died, another generation grew up who did not acknowledge the Lord or remember the mighty things he had done for Israel.
Just the next generation?
Just, yeah.
Like, is that what they're saying?
Their kids.
Literally, wow.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
No.
That leads me to believe that the current generation didn't have a lot of faith in God.
Yeah.
Because if it only took one generation to forget God, you didn't make much of a fucking impression, dude.
No, like, you got there and you were like, oh, we got here. And you took off your sandals and you, lit one up on the couch and sat there and just relaxed a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame you. 40 fucking years in the fucking wilderness and shit.
Right.
So I don't blame you, but you were supposed to tell your kids, don't forget.
Yeah, that was one of the things that they specifically said to tell them.
It's literally the only thing that they agreed to.
Right.
Whoopsie. Okay, so the next section is called Israel's Apostasy and the Ministry of the Judges.
Okay.
I'm really happy that I said the word apostasy
Oh, yeah?
correctly because
How do you know you said it correctly?
because I've heard it before
Oh.
and it's a hard word for me
Oh. Okay.
because I want to pronounce it a different way because I wasn't ever sure where the hard syllable is.
Got it. It's kind of like sixth for you.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
No, because this one I said correctly. And sixth, I cannot say correctly. I don't understand. My tongue doesn't work
I just
that
like
way.
torturing you with that word.
You're
now.
so
It's
rude.
so fun.
It's like you just discovered a new toy and you're a dog with a bone.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It'll go away.
I'm sure.
Give it like another book.
Can't happen soon enough. Okay, so I don't know what the word apostasy means though.
Okay.
But it's Israel's apostasy and the ministry of the judges.
Maybe we'll be able to figure it out through context.
That'll be my Q&A. What the fuck does apostasy mean? I mean, it's got to have to do with apostles, right?
I would imagine.
Sure.
One would guess that.
Okay. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight and served the images of Baal.
Oh, Baal made he made a reappearance, huh?
That is insane.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Was exactly the god that
the worst.
Pissed them off the most. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first one.
Yeah. And then
later came Molech, but
right. No, I thought Molech came before Baal.
I don't fucking remember.
Baal was the one where where the dude speared the guy and the girl through when they getting on in the tent.
That's so gross.
Just saying.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter what you call it.
No.
They were doing bad.
Right.
Okay, they abandoned the Lord, the God of their ancestors who had brought them out of Egypt.
I mean, I've abandoned the Lord, so
I don't think he was ever yours in the first place.
No, not really.
They went after other gods, worshiping the gods of the people around them, and they angered the Lord.
Well, that's where we differed. I never sought any god.
Right. But here's the thing. They angered the Lord who wasn't fucking present for a whole goddamn book.
Right.
I
mean, basically, yeah.
It's like, I want to be like, oh, you turned away and you came back and they did bad without you. Are you mad?
Right.
You mad, bro? What are you mad about?
I'm sorry, but they literally just got done covering these battles where God didn't help them win these fucking battles.
Yeah.
And what are you supposed to think as an Israelite? God said he was going to destroy our enemies.
Yeah.
And what happened? He didn't fucking destroy our enemies.
Yeah.
So why am I going to spend any extra time worshiping this jackass who can't even destroy my enemies?
Right. He's at least not any better than the other gods that are being worshipped.
Right.
And I might as well, do as my neighbors do.
Yeah. No, I mean,
whatever.
I'm down with it. That's
whatever.
Yeah, that's shit.
But it's probably
my brother died for that fucker that couldn't even get us to win. So,
oh damn!
I
didn't think about it in those terms.
Right?
Yeah. That's They had
not literally because I wasn't there. But I'm just saying.
Not your literal brother.
My brother didn't die in the Bronze Age.
No, he did not.
Just in case anybody wondered.
But I mean, that puts it in a little more perspective. There may even have been some bitter celebrations of other gods.
Yeah.
Because they lost people they loved.
Spiteful. I mean, just because. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you, God.
They lost people and they didn't even win fully.
I know.
I know. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Shit.
Get me some Asherah poles.
Right.
They abandoned the Lord to serve Baal and the images of Ashtaroth.
Oh. Ashtaroth, huh?
What's that?
I don't know exactly.
Do we know her?
I think I've heard that name.
But have we met that yet?
I don't know. We should look that one up, though.
I think we'll look that one up.
Because I like looking up these other gods that are mentioned in the fucking Bible.
I know. So fun. This made the Lord burn with anger against Israel. Ooh, he burning.
Yeah.
He mad.
What's he gonna do?
He's turning red. So he handed them over to raiders who stole their possessions.
Oh.
You petty fuck.
Handed them over.
He
dialed up some raiders and was like, hey, dudes, I need you to go rob my guys over here. I'll totally let you do it. That's the wrong raiders.
No, I know, but I was supplying music to your story.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, okay, he turned them over to their enemies all around, and they were no longer able to resist them,
Mm.
like they weren't in the first place, which is what happened.
Yeah, right.
So, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Every time Israel went out to battle, the Lord fought against them, causing them to be defeated, just as he had warned.
Wow, this is a shitty God.
You know, he could just go down and be like, hey, your parents didn't teach you, but you're supposed to like worship me, and I'm the best and
Right.
awesomest.
Like, whatever happened to just talking it out, Like,
Well, seriously, and it says that this is a whole nother generation that doesn't even fucking know
yeah, and if
better.
your parents didn't teach you, how the fuck are they supposed to know?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just saying,
this is trash.
it really is.
And the people were in great distress. Well, yeah, they're getting their asses handed to them.
Right.
Then the Lord raised up judges to rescue the Israelites from their attackers. What?
Oh,
What?
okay.
What?
So he
Got real
fought
mad.
them. He fought against them.
He got real mad. He fought against them.
And then he went to go save them.
Yeah.
I will fight you and kill you and murder you, and then I'm going to save you, and then you have to worship me and thank me for saving you from the people that I was making kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, Israel did not listen to the judges, but prostituted themselves by worshiping other gods.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They prostituted themselves.
Fuck God.
They sold their bodies to other gods.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, God's being a dickhead right now.
He's being a child.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, these people don't know you any different from the other gods.
Right? Yeah.
Like, you're just one of many.
And you and you didn't even do the shit that you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. How quickly they turned away from the path of their ancestors who had walked in obedience to the Lord's commands. Okay, wait a minute. You're being awfully nice in memorializing those old folks that got cursed to wander in the desert because of their disobedience.
Right.
They did not walk with the Lord. They were not goodly. They were disobedient fuckers.
Yeah, like the entire fucking way.
Yeah.
All the time.
So why are we like suddenly pretending like, oh, they were so good, and these new kids, oh my God, they're so bad.
Are they the new kids on the block?
They are the new kids on the desert.
Oh, okay. It's literally like we go back and like the whole Bible so far has been God is good. God really fucking sucks. God is good. God really fucking sucks. God is good. God really fucking sucks.
I would never say God's great though, because he's not.
No, I'm just saying like it's like this push-pull, like, hey, I'm gonna save you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to save you. I'm going to kill you.
He's a fickle fuck.
He really is.
Whenever the Lord raised up a judge over Israel, he was with that judge and rescued the people from their enemies throughout the judge's lifetime. For the Lord took pity on his people who were burdened by oppression and suffering.
Okay.
He took
the oppression and suffering that he caused, right?
He took pity on his victims.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it? Am I missing something here?
No, it's like if you got mad and you picked up a frying pan and you went around and you bonked people over the head with it.
Yeah, and then you felt pity for them.
And you didn't put down the frying pan.
Right,
You still kept walking around with it, but then you, with your frying pan, walked around passing out first aid.
Right.
And then you were like,
oh man, are you okay?
I hated that happened to you. And they're looking at your frying pan going, so am I. And then you're like,
and then when they get mad at you, you bonk them in the head again.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. But when the judge died, the people returned to their corrupt ways, behaving worse than those who had lived before them. I mean, what's worse? They had more sex. They had sex one generation, and then the next generation had even more sex.
So God, who the fuck are these judges? Like, I don't get it.
I thought we were gonna get more about that. Like,
right? Like, what the fuck? Like, God raises up a judge. Is this like a mini, like Moses or something?
Or like an angel of the Lord?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it an actual person?
Why is this one person in charge of fixing these Israelites, and then when they die, it's back to status quo?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
I just want to know: are the judges human?
Right.
I mean, because honestly, I think that's a fair question.
If they had Judge Dredd, it would be all good.
Judge Dredd, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. They went after other gods, serving and worshiping them, and they refused to give up their evil practices and stubborn ways. Evil.
Okay.
So the Lord burned with anger against Israel again. Some more.
Yeah.
He said, because these people have violated my covenant, the one that I
Sure.
violated in the first place,
Sure.
which I made with their ancestors,
Mm-hmm.
and have ignored my commands, I will no longer drive out the nations that Joshua left unconquered when he died. You already weren't.
Right. Yeah. Like that already didn't
You
happen.
literally already weren't driving them out, and that's why they think you're a dumbass.
But see, like this has to be like an overlap. This
Yeah,
has to be an overlap.
It is.
Because like otherwise, this doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, this is an overlap.
It's still, even if it is an overlap, it still makes little sense.
Right.
But the fact is, okay, all right, hold on. I'm struggling here because when Joshua was around, apparently they were following God.
Yeah.
And while Joshua was around, I thought that
Mhm.
they had conquered the Canaanites.
Not totally.
Not completely, but they did occupy Israel. They did occupy the land. They said that specifically.
But they did also mention that, like, who was it? One of the guys was like, "Hey, Joshua, I need some more fighters to go conquer out further out in the hills because
Yeah.
those Amorites didn't leave yet."
Right.
And he was like, "Well, you can have this land as long as you
Yeah.
can kill them,
Right.
whatever." So I mean, they weren't all gone.
Right.
They
But they kind of
settled in.
alluded to that though.
They did, but
because the command was that God was going to destroy their enemies.
sure, and that they were supposed to destroy them.
And they made it sound like it was a really quick. Do you remember, like, it sounded
Yeah.
like there was a really quick battle and they won
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And then now we're like, nope, that wasn't what happened at all.
Well, I think they won in places, and that's what that was about. But
Okay.
this is the leftovers.
Okay.
And the leftovers were more than there should have been.
Now they're in guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
this
And
is not going so well.
God, like, caused the people to fight against them more, and then was like, I feel sorry for you, so here's some weird judges that may or may not be human or angels or me. And then he was like, God damn it, I'm still mad at you though, so
Right.
I'm gonna make you lose again some more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I getting this right?
I think so. It's weird, but I think so.
Okay. I did this to test Israel. Oh, did ya? To see whether or not they would follow the ways of the Lord as their ancestors did. Again. Why should they follow somebody they have never seen or heard until this very minute with their own eyes? You know what I mean?
It just really, to me, seems like a lot of excuses as to
why they didn't win?
Why God exists when he doesn't actually exist.
Yeah.
It's like they're making up shit just to make up shit so that they can prove that God exists when he really doesn't.
Right.
And it's like, just stop. He's not there.
Yeah.
Fucking stop.
Right. No,
That's
I
all.
totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
That is why the Lord left those nations in place. He did not quickly drive them out or allow Joshua to conquer them all. The end.
Okay.
So he
But
didn't.
But this is a flashback because it was something he said Joshua there.
Well, yeah.
But they also said something about the generation beyond
dead.
Joshua.
Yeah.
So like that, I don't understand exactly the time frame that was going on there.
I think that we're using Joshua to mean like the people of Joshua instead of Joshua himself. Like Joshua and his people, like the people that Joshua led, were supposed to conquer everybody, and they didn't, but they settled in real good.
Okay.
And then Joshua died, and then that generation went on and got slaves and shit, and then continued to intermingle more and more and to bring the people in more and more. And then the next generation didn't even know anything about God.
Right. They're like, this intermingling is just normal.
It's just normal.
So whatever.
And so now all of a sudden they're getting beat the fuck up by everybody around them.
What the fuck's going on?
And God's like, I'm very angry.
But according to the beginning of this chapter, they probably didn't even know about God hardly.
Right. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah. So like, it's
like when I go and I ask every Christian I've ever asked, what about the people that are born on other continents that never heard of Jesus?
That was always my question.
They're just condemned to hell. That's not
Right.
fair. That's what this is.
That's what never made sense. That's one of the things that never made sense to me. Like, how can you believe in something that somebody else doesn't even know anything about?
And it doesn't matter. They're just completely condemned to hell.
Right.
Too bad.
Yeah.
They should have been born on the other continent. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make fucking sense.
It's weird.
It's not weird. It's childish and stupid and simple.
Yeah.
It's fucking simple and small-minded.
I completely agree.
So, yeah, I feel sorry for those people during this time, and God sucks.
Agreed.
Okay.
So, are we going to find tomorrow? We got to find out how much more God sucks. And We're reading what?
Judges chapter 3.
All right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
And hopefully this mic worked well this time.
If not, I'm real sorry about it.
If not, I'm throwing it in the trash.
Oh my God. That was a lot of money. Can't you return it?
Okay, I'm not going to throw it in the trash.
Yeah, just return it.
All right.
Stupid.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Husband.
Holy high wife. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I just want to be silly.
Apparently.
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't expect any better from you.
Yeah. Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes I do.
Usually it's when we are recording episodes back to back in one sitting.
Right, yeah.
So does that really count for something?
It counts for something.
I don't know that counts for anything.
Minuscule amount.
No.
No?
No, not really.
All right.
So God got mad at the Israelites.
As he does.
Right, as he does. And the angel of the Lord came down.
Right.
And judges were erected because the people kept
sucking. They kept sucking.
Well, because it's a new generation that doesn't remember all the rules that God laid down to Moses. And
maybe, but the time frame on this is very unclear.
It's very unclear because Joshua dies again.
Right. Like, I really think that in our Q&A, we probably should figure out what the hell is going on with this time frame.
As well as what is the angel of the Lord? Is it an actual angel? Is it, God puppet finger like you suggested?
Right.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Very confusing. But, that's what happened yesterday. And today we are doing Judges chapter 3.
All right. Before we get into that real quick, I just have one thing I want to throw out there.
Oh my God.
We just started kind of paying attention to our YouTube channel.
Oh.
And we could really use some support over there. So if you guys wouldn't mind, we could use some subscribers. So hop on over and search for Sacrilegious Discourse on YouTube and subscribe to the channel.
I thought you were going to say something about our stupid microphone again.
Well, I'm hoping that I went through a lot today. I had a day off, and I think I got this figured out.
You've said that like 4 days in a row.
I know.
So.
This is a fantastic mic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like tweaking it to work right with what we need it to do has been a little bit of a nightmare.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But we're going to hope this is the one.
Fingers crossed, guys.
Yeah. All right. So
and subscribe to YouTube.
So Joshua chapter 3, right?
And Joshua chapter 3.
Okay, let's go do this shit.
All right. Okay, Judges chapter 3.
Okay.
The nations left to test Israel.
Oh, so there's
nations left over.
And they're going to test Israel.
And they're going to, I wonder if
do you think it's multiple choice or?
Going to pass the test.
Yeah, I don't know.
And true false.
Right.
Essay.
Yeah, I love true false.
I love true false, but no, you know what? I hate true false because they've gotten a lot trickier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Essay, you can just bullshit because usually the teacher doesn't want to read it anyway, so.
That's true.
That part I like. As long as you put something down, they're like, they tried.
You tried.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to know the full answer. You just have to kind of know a little bit. And good words. If you have good vocabulary.
Oh, yeah. You use some big words in there, you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the nations that the Lord... Oh, I lost my place. Sorry. That the Lord left in the land to test those Israelites who had not experienced the wars of Canaan.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is new generation people.
Okay. Yep.
He did this to teach warfare to generations of Israelites who had no experience in battle.
Ah.
That's why he did it.
Okay.
That's why they went to war.
Got it. Yeah. That totally makes sense.
He's teaching them because we need to know
how to kill people.
What war is.
Right. That's very important.
I want to know what war is.
No, that's not how that goes.
I want you to kill me. Right? Is that how it goes?
Only that's what I want after I hear you sing that song like that.
Fuck off. These are the nations, the Philistines, those living under the 5 Philistine rulers.
Okay.
Parentheses voice.
Yeah.
All the Canaanites. Damn. All the Canaanites.
I mean, that was already part of it, though.
I know.
So, whatever.
The Sidonians and the Hivites living in the mountains of Lebanon from the Mount Baal Hermon to Libo Hamath.
Oh, yeah?
That was hard.
Apparently, yeah.
There was a lot of words I didn't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a lot of people that are left over.
Yes.
These people were left to test the Israelites to see whether they would obey the commands the Lord had given to their ancestors through Moses.
So it was on purpose. It was on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they needed to test the new generation.
Mm-hmm. That's literally what I just said.
No, I know. I'm just shortening it and like just clarifying they did it on purpose.
No, God did it, not
they.
God
God
said they did it on purpose.
No, I know. But God did it on purpose. He didn't wipe them all out like he said he was going to do because he needed these guys to test the next generation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we're clear on that.
That God rewrites things and that...
Right, yeah.
God of the Bible. Canon God, not...
Yeah, right.
Not real God.
We pretend like we're in this thing
sure.
a lot of the time just to have fun with it because it's such bullcrap even within the fucking book. So
yeah, definitely. So the people of Israel lived among the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And they intermarried with them. Oh, you know what that means?
That's bad.
They had all the sex with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had babies together.
And then are their babies, are they considered Israelites or not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Israelite sons married their daughters, and Israelite daughters were given in marriage to their sons. So if the Israelite son brought in a Canaanite or whatever woman, then she becomes an Israelite, even though she's still, from
But I bet
outside.
they weren't allowed to marry men that were from Canaanite.
No, they were. That's what it said. And Israelite daughters were given in marriage to their sons.
Oh, okay.
See?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They was all fucking left and right.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Israelites served their gods.
Their gods.
Their gods. The other people had all these different gods.
Yeah. Okay.
And
okay.
And the Israelites served all of those.
Right. They're like, our God's, whatever. He's kind of a dick, so.
I mean, we heard some stories, but we don't know if they're true. Shit, man. We ain't seen nothing. He ain't showed his face.
Right.
Okay, next section.
Much like the last 2,000 years.
Right?
Yeah.
Next section. Sure. Othniel delivers Israel from Chushan Rishathaim.
Damn those names in the Bible of things and places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, better me than you, because I've heard you read.
It's not good.
It's not good, guys. Okay, the Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight.
Okay. Yeah.
They forgot about the Lord their God. Forget is doing some heavy lifting there.
Because they weren't told.
Right.
Or at least vaguely told.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it literally says that the people forgot God because the young generation hadn't experienced it.
Right.
And weren't told. So, again, forgot, I think is the wrong choice of word there.
I completely agree.
And they served the images of Baal and the Asherah poles. Ooh, there's those Asherah poles again.
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah. So, I bet it was the men doing Baal and the women doing Asherah.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yep.
Then the Lord burned with anger against Israel. He did that a lot last chapter.
Yeah.
And then his fire cooled and he was like, just kidding.
Yeah, but also... Thus far, his burning fire thing is not nearly as bad as anything previously.
No.
It's tame.
It's not. It's not burning anger, really. He just mad.
Right.
He just mad, that's all.
Yeah.
And he turned them over to King Kushan Rishathaim of Aram Naharaim.
So he's outsourcing his anger now.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it himself anymore. He doesn't he ran out of snakes. He doesn't have any fire
No
left to
more
throw.
locusts.
So he's outsourcing.
No more lava.
Yeah. He's got a trade agreement with these guys over here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to send my wrath to them.
I really like that you use the word outsource with regard to God sending some random king in.
Right. Yeah.
And the Israelites served Kishon Rishathaim for 8 years.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Were they prisoners? Like, did they like serving him?
I don't know. It doesn't. The way they said it doesn't, or the way you said it, I guess, doesn't sound like they did.
It just says he sent that king and they served him. That doesn't sound bad.
But it was a punishment, though, right?
It's supposed to be, but I'm not hearing the punishment.
Well, maybe it's still coming.
All
Who
right.
knows?
But when the people of Israel cried out to the Lord for help, the Lord raised up a rescuer to save them. His name was Othniel, the son of Caleb's younger brother Kenaz. Okay. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he became Israel's judge. Oh, okay. That answers that question.
This is where the judges start coming in.
Yeah.
To save them.
Right.
After God is
mad,
torturing them and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that answers that question. So the judges are people, because it didn't really talk about that before.
Right.
And now we know. He went to war against King Kishon Rishathaim of Aram, and the Lord gave Othniel victory over him.
Oh, boy.
Othniel's winning.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was peace in the land for 40 fucking years.
Another 40 years.
40 years.
All right.
Oh, then Othniel, son of Kenaz, died.
Shit. Now what are we going to do?
The end of that section.
I guess we're going to go back to being shitty again, and then God's going to hate us, and then he's going to kill us again.
No, there's probably another judge.
Well, but I thought it was like this yo-yo thing, like where sometimes they were good, sometimes they were bad thing.
Probably.
So
you're probably right.
Yeah.
And then he probably sends another judge.
Right.
Okay. Next section. Ehud delivers Israel from Moab.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Once again, the Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight. You were right.
See?
And the Lord gave King Eglon of Moab control over Israel because of their evil. Okay?
Yeah.
Eglon enlisted the Ammonites and Amalekites as allies. And then he went out and defeated Israel, taking possession of Jericho, the city of palms.
Damn.
He took Jericho.
If they'd have just not knocked down that wall, they might have been all right.
I wonder if they re-erected it. Oh, shit. And the Israelites served Eglon of Moab for 18 years.
Dang.
Dang.
It's a long time. I bet that was long enough that some of them started eating their babies.
Probably.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Probably. Yeah. I would imagine. And when the people of Israel cried out to the Lord for help, the Lord again raised up a rescuer to save them. His name was Ehud, son of Gera, a left-handed man of the tribe of Benjamin.
That's because that's important.
Holy shit, left-handed.
For why? Why is that important?
Because he's different. He's weird.
Okay. All right.
Fucking left-handed fuck.
Yeah, those damn left-handers.
My ex was a left-hander.
Yeah.
And he's a fucky fuck.
Wow. I'm sure there's good left-handers.
I'm sure there are, but my ex is not one of them.
Okay.
The Israelites sent Ehud to deliver their tribute money to King Eglon of Moab. So Ehud made a double-edged dagger that was about a foot long.
Damn, that sounds like a sword.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
it's like
a foot long. Wait, no. Wait, I guess. No, that'd be a dagger, I guess, but it's a big dagger.
It's a long dagger.
Yeah.
But it's a double-edged dagger that was about a foot long, and he strapped it to his right thigh, keeping it hidden under his clothing. Okay. I can't make any promises to you because I have something on my thigh already. I want to know, what's the difference between a knife and a dagger? Honestly.
I don't have a clue.
Oh, okay.
Honestly.
I'm really glad that you said that because I was going to be mad if you were like, it's probably...
Well,
blah,
generally
blah, blah.
when somebody's going to murder somebody, they have a dagger. And when someone's like whittling something, it's a knife. Or preparing food,
what
it's a
I
knife.
think is they're probably about the same size, but I think of a knife as like just a sharp point, and then like a dagger has like a curved point.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. That's just the way I imagine it. For like slitting necks. You know what I mean?
Could be.
He brought the tribute money to Eglon, who was very fat. Ooh, fat shame. Damn.
Jeez.
Fuck.
But that was a sign of like you were powerful back then because you had money and you could eat a lot.
Yeah, that's still a sign? No, it's not.
No,
actually.
not really.
Quite the opposite.
Sign of bad diet and,
Yeah.
No.
After delivering the payment, Ehud started home with those who had helped carry the tribute. But when Ehud reached the stone idols near Gilgal, he turned back. Okay. He came to Eglon and said, I have a secret message for you. So the king commanded his servants, be quiet!
Yeah.
And he sent them out of the room.
Wait, be quiet and go out of the room.
He sent them out of the room after he said, be quiet.
Okay.
He was like, be quiet and GTFO.
Right. Okay. Sure.
So STFU and GTFO. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Ehud walked over to Eglon, who was sitting alone in a cool upstairs room. And Ehud said, I have a message from God for you.
Okay.
I bet he does. I bet he does.
Yeah.
As King Eglon rose from his seat, here it comes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ehud reached with his left hand, pulled out the dagger strapped to his right thigh, and plunged it into the king's belly.
Never saw it coming.
No, there was no lead up there. The dagger went in so fucking deep that the handle disappeared beneath the king's fat.
Damn, he extra stabbed him.
He stabbed him so hard.
I really stab you. I'm going to stab you.
Big
it's
stab.
Not only a big blade, but I'm going to stab you further than the blade, into the handle.
Right? So, ooh. Does that mean his hand started going in?
I guess. I mean, probably, yeah.
So Ehud did not pull out the dagger, and the king's bowels emptied.
Wait, that would happen after you pulled out the dagger.
Wait, his bowels, it means he pooped his pants.
Oh, okay,
right?
Okay. Probably,
he pooped his pants.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That dead fat guy pooped his pants.
That's funny. They're what?
Then
They're telling us how he died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Then Ehud closed and locked the doors of the room and escaped down the latrine.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's gross.
Right.
Like, that's the sewers, basically.
Well, no.
He went down the poop hole.
Wasn't a latrine an outhouse? Like, I'm imagining he just jumped down on the roof and then, like, down the extra layer.
It says down the latrine.
Right.
I think he went down into the sewer.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
After Ehud was gone, the king's servants returned and found the doors to the upstairs room locked. Mm-hmm. They thought he might be using the latrine in the room.
Yeah.
So they waited.
You're right.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a poop hole.
That's really gross.
And he's hiding down there in the poop hole.
That is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I can't. That hurts my stomach.
Oh.
But when the king didn't come out after a long delay, they became concerned and got a key. They were like, we got some Imodium for you, King.
Right, yeah, we'll help you out.
Sir King. Mm-hmm. And when they opened the doors, they found their master dead on the floor.
Damn the bad luck.
While the servants were waiting, Ehud escaped, passing the stone idols on his way to Sirah.
Sure, that place.
Sirah.
Okay.
When he arrived in the hill country of Ephraim, Ehud sounded a call to arms. Then he led a band of Israelites down the hills. This dude smells like shit, and he escaped after just killing somebody by sticking his fucking fist all the way through his stomach.
Right.
And now he's like, okay, I gotta go back in now.
Right.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean...
Maybe you took a dip in a pond or something before.
I don't think so. It doesn't say that. He escaped. He ran out real quick, and he went there, and he's called to arms.
Okay.
And he was like, let's go. The king's dead, and they're about to discover the body, and so while they're all, fucked up over that, we go and attack.
Right.
Follow me, he said, for the Lord has given you victory over Moab, your enemy. So they followed him. And the Israelites took control of the shallow crossings of the Jordan River across from the Moab, preventing anyone from crossing.
Yeah. Except for... okay.
You sound nonplussed.
They already had control of this, and then this whole thing is stupid, kind of, like...
Mad, forgive, mad, forgive, mad, forgive, mad, forgive.
It just strikes me that the way this whole thing goes, every generation they're forgetting about him, and it's like... Ooh, excuse me. They're
You're
forgetting
so
about him,
and then, you hiccuped,
and then they're not telling their kids about it.
Right?
This guy's not important to them.
No,
like in any way whatsoever.
No.
I don't.
He's just one of many.
So and now he runs one of the top 2 religions in the world.
Yay!
Yay!
They attacked the Moabites and killed about 10,000 of their strongest and most able-bodied warriors. That seems to be the number that they always kill.
Yeah, and
Did
it definitely wasn't the weak ones that they killed. It was the strongest and most able-bodied.
Right. It wasn't the women and children.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Not one of them escaped.
Not one?
Not one. So Moab was conquered by Israel that day, and there was peace in the land for 80 years.
So there's 10,000 people that you just killed, right? Mm-hmm. How are you certain that not one person escaped?
I don't know.
Because that's a lot of people to keep track of.
Right.
Was there somebody like keeping head counts or what?
I mean, they probably moved in. And so, if you were a Moabite and you were walking around.
But if you turn tail right at the beginning of the fight, ain't nobody going to know you left.
Oh, sure.
So.
Well, they escaped, so you might as well have died.
Right.
So, I mean, does it really matter?
Sure. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, that's the end of that section.
Okay.
Shamgar delivers Israel from the Philistines.
Okay.
Philistines.
I don't know.
Philistines. Shamgar. Okay, so after Ehud, Shamgar, son of Anath, rescued Israel. He once killed 600 Philistines with an ox goad. The end.
What's an ox goad?
I don't know.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Goad? Ox? Goad.
Okay.
Goad? G-O-A-D. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I guess we'll look it up.
Right? That's yeah.
What's a fucking ox goad?
Right?
Okay. So that happened.
Okay.
And I guess those are the judges.
Okay.
They sound more like prophets, right? Than judges.
Something like that.
Or just leaders.
Military leaders, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they call them judges yet.
I don't either.
I'm not getting
I'm waiting for the judgy part.
Right? Yeah. So was this it for that chapter?
That's it for that chapter.
It
ended so abruptly.
That guy just got one little sentence there at the end.
Two sentences.
I'm sorry.
We told you who he was, and we told you he killed a bunch of Philistines with an ox goad.
Okay.
The end.
Okay. Well, I guess that is Joshua. No. Judges.
Three chapters in, and you're still getting it wrong.
They shouldn't follow a J with a J.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying.
It's true. No, I'm right there with you.
So that was Judges chapter 3.
And tomorrow we'll be doing Judges chapter 4.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened, quote unquote, yesterday?
There were judges.
I said quote unquote because we are recording this back to back with the one that we just did. And so I thought maybe.
Well, but there were multiple judges. They came and saved people after God destroyed them. And God brought those judges to them, so he saved them, and then he wants them to worship him.
I think that you're maybe overplaying the quote unquote judges because we don't know that they're judges. They're not referred to as judges.
Well, but they said that in the last chapter, not this last one, the one before that. They said that the people that they were putting there were the judges, so they are the judges.
I guess. I don't know. They didn't do anything judgy.
I mean,
so basically,
I don't know.
What chapter 3 was about was the people would forget about God and worship the other gods and intermarry with the people, the Canaanites and whatnot.
That damn intermarriage.
And then they'd do so bad, and then God would punish them, and then they would be like, oh no, help me, God. And then God would relent and send somebody to lead them, and there would be peace for 1 billion years or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the whole cycle would start again.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, basically.
Right? Which is, the whole thing's dumb.
I mean, sure.
Like, if you're that powerful, people would respect you, but they aren't.
Maybe you should keep showing yourself.
But to disappear after 20 years, 40 years, I mean, even if you disappeared after 100, you just didn't make that big of an impact.
The people were not really respecting him hardcore, even when he was interacting regularly.
Right.
How the hell did he think that taking a hands-off laissez-faire approach was going to be better?
I mean, I don't know.
That's stupid. That's not...
No, I agree.
That's not logical.
Right.
And so God is dumb.
Yeah, and
Bible God.
I agreed.
Canon God.
But he's not as fiery and brimstone now.
He's like, whatever.
But he is dumb.
He's dumb. He's bored. He's moved on to better planets.
Right?
I don't fucking know.
He's just busy building something else somewhere else.
He's like, y'all suck.
We're going to find out there's another planet full of actual, God worshippers someday.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, maybe they won't be as stupid as humans either. Because, I mean, the humans are dumb too.
Right.
Like, they really are.
In the context of they believe in God, but it's almost like they make it clear to us we don't really believe in this God.
I know.
So, it's hard to, say, are they dumb or are they just, living their lives?
True.
So, I don't know.
That is true.
I would agree if God were real, if this is a real phenomenon, then yes, they are being dumb. But as it stands, it seems like he's not doing a whole lot.
Right.
And
because, put it this way, whether God is real or not, whether there was a God or not, they would still be battling on and off with the people whose land they stole.
Right.
That would happen anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
So to tack on a God effect, we're getting along now because he's rewarding us. Oh no, we're fighting again because we are punished. That's stupid.
Right.
Because they were going to be fighting anyway.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Because they colonized and invaded and stole the land.
Right.
So,
all right, so what are we reading today?
Today we are reading Judges chapter 4.
All right, let's go do this.
Let's. Okay, Joshua chapter 4. Deborah and Barak defeat Sisera.
Deborah and Barak?
Mm-hmm.
Barak?
Barak.
Like Obama?
Like Obama, but not.
I like Obama.
I know.
Are we going to like this guy?
I have no idea, but he and Deborah defeat Sisera.
Okay. I don't know who Sisera is either, so
I'm
not sure how to feel about this yet.
I want to say that we probably are going to like Barak, because I think we like Deborah.
Okay.
I can't recall. I don't know these stories. You
right.
know?
No, I don't either.
Okay. So let's just go.
Let's find out. Yeah.
After Ehud's death, that was the last guy.
Yeah, right. He was a judge, or,
and he got 2 sentences.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Israelites again did evil in the Lord's sight.
Idiots.
I think these are going to be all the chapters in Judges.
Right, yeah.
So the Lord turned them over to King Jabin of Hazor, a Canaanite king.
Mm.
The commander of his army was Sisera. So yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Sisera's bad.
But let me ask you this, though. If God is suddenly on the Canaanite side, are they bad or are the Israelites bad?
They're all bad.
I know, but I'm just saying, God's infallible, right?
Supposedly.
Right. No, I'm just saying.
In canon,
sure. Yeah. Right. So if he's infallible, why is he supporting the wrong side?
To punish the right side.
But that's really not correct.
He's manipulating and using as pawns.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's really fucking dumb.
And
especially
scary.
when you have the ability to punish them yourself without involving other people.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, that doesn't make any sense.
And honestly, if you want those people gone, just get them gone with the snap of your Thanos fingers.
Right? Yeah. It's not that hard, dude. You brought them in, you take them out.
Yeah. The commander of his army was Sisera, who lived in Harosheth Hagoyim.
Mm-hmm.
Sisera, who had 900 iron chariots, ruthlessly oppressed the Israelites for 20 years. Ruthlessly.
Yeah.
Then the people of Israel cried out to the Lord for help, as you do when you
have a ruthless leader, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure the people that they ruthlessly conquered cried out for help too.
They probably cried out for all the gods, is my guess.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Deborah, the wife of Lapidoth, Lappidoth.
Okay.
Lapidoth.
Something like that.
So anyway, Deborah, the wife of this guy, was a prophet who was judging Israel at that time.
Okay.
She's a prophet.
A woman prophet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. They didn't used to mind sometimes when women took leadership roles, but now women are supposed to get in the kitchen and shut the fuck up and bring honey a beer.
Well, it's even interesting in the Old Testament here, because really they kind of subjugate women in the Old Testament very much.
It depends.
Right.
Usually, yes, but this woman was a prophet.
Okay. All right. That's interesting, though.
And her husband, Lapidoodle-Doo, was judging Israel. Okay.
Okay, so they were both judges?
No, she was a
she
prophet.
was a prophet. He was a judge.
Yeah.
They were the overactive couple that was involved in everything.
Yeah.
They were the fucking...
The leaders.
You know, the town preacher, and then the wife was involved in PTO.
Sure. I mean...
Or band...
One was
what's the band thing that they do?
The conductor?
No. The people that like the band boosters.
The booster club.
Yeah, the booster parents, you know?
I was thinking more like mayor and...
whatever, it's all the same.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. She would sit under the palm of Deborah, as Deborahs do, you know?
Under the palm of Deborah?
Palm. Like palm tree.
Okay.
Is my guess.
She had her own palm tree, huh?
Apparently. She sat under it. Between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim. And the Israelites would go to her for judgment, even though she was a prophet. She was a prophet, but they went to her for judgment.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day she sent for Barak, son of Abinoam, who lived in Kadesh in the land of Naphtali.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I got it.
She said to him, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, commands you. Call out 10,000 warriors from the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun at Mount Tabor, and I will call out Sisera, commander of Jabin's army, along with his chariots and warriors to the Kishon River. There I will give you victory over him." Damn, promises, bitch.
But then she's a prophet, so she's speaking for God, apparently, right? Because otherwise she would have to be stoned to death.
Right.
Because you can't prophesize unless it's correct.
And that would make her a witch.
Right. So God, again, is doing war.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
God is a war guy.
I mean, that's what it seems like, right?
Yeah.
Just he loves war.
Who doesn't love war?
That really describes the society we live in, though.
It does.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Very.
We are a
understanding
war-like
as to
nation.
why we are like we are now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. This is totally groovy.
Yeah.
Love war.
Yep.
Barak told her, "I will go, but only if you go with me." "Very well," she replied, "I will go with you, but you will receive no honor in this venture, for the Lord's victory over Sisera will be at the hands of a woman." So Deborah went with Barak to Kadesh.
Wait, what? Is it because she prophesied it, or because she's going along with him?
Because she's going with him. She's like, "Fine, I'll go with you, but now
I'm gonna get all the credit."
Now I get all the credit,
Oh.
and you know it's going to look bad on you because the woman did it.
All right. I
So
guess.
they went together.
Okay.
I wonder how her husband feels about that.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
At Kadesh, Barak called together the tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali, and 10,000 warriors went up with him. Deborah also went up with him, you know, because she said she would. They were totally having an affair.
You think so?
I'm just telling you that right now, they fucking.
Okay. All right.
Now, Heber, the Kenite.
Did you say Heber?
Yes.
Okay.
It might be Heber.
Okay.
Heber. Heber.
Let's go with Heber, because Heber sounds too much like a Care Bear.
He-Bear and She-Bear and We-Bear. Now, Heber, the Kenite, a descendant of Moses' brother-in-law Hobab,
Hobab.
had moved away from the other members of his tribe and pitched his tent, yeah, he did, by the oak of Zananim near Kadesh.
Okay.
He pitched that tent.
Yeah, he did.
He pitched that tent mighty fine.
I knew you were going to just drop it. You had to,
No, hell
you had to
no.
pause there for a minute. Huh?
Of course.
I know.
Of course, I'm a child.
I know.
I never want it ever said that I am a mature person who passes up the opportunity to make a dick joke.
I don't think that will ever happen.
Well, I just want everyone here and now to know I enjoy that and I am not ashamed. Like, there are some uptight fucks out there with sticks up their butts that would be like, "Oh, grow up." And I'm like, what is so awesome about growing up?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
it's well overrated.
I seem to be much happier than you. I'm certainly having more fun.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is the enticement to grow up other than escape your ridicule?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, honestly. So, fuck off. Dick jokes. for the win. Okay?
Right. Oh, but the argument, just to stick on that subject for just a moment. The argument that they would say is, you can't have good conversations. Like, well, that's fine.
I'm not talking to you.
But but here's the problem: is that there's not anybody having good conversations on the other side either.
Right.
And that's been happening for a lot longer than we've been making,
this
absurd
podcast.
things. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So whatever,
true.
get off us. We're just fighting fire with fire.
Well,
So,
I'm not fighting at all. I'm just living my life, and you're over there criticizing and telling me how immature I am. You're the one that's uptight and upset.
but if you want somebody to see the absurdity of the Bible, right? Mm-hmm. It's been ingrained in society for so long that it kind of takes absurdness to break out of that mold sometimes. Like that's what I feel like we're doing is like saying, look at this a different way. Take this a different way, and
Right.
That's why we're making fun of it. So
Right.
absurd works here.
It's true.
So
It is
whatever.
true. Well, I'm not talking to people with sticks up their butt.
Right.
That's
No.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, our fans do
Like,
not have sticks up their butts. That is
mean,
one thing I will say for certain.
They might have sticks up their butts, but not with regard to my sense of humor and this particular podcast.
So at least their sticks up their butts can be removed.
Apparently,
So
because they're listening.
whatever the case is, there's less sticks up people's butts that listen to our podcast.
Oh, that's a fact.
Right.
That's a goddamn fact.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we cleared that up.
I have no idea how we got off on that. But anyways, when Sisera was told that Barak, son of Abinom, had gone up to Mount Tabor, sorry, he called for all 900 of his iron chariots and all of his warriors, and they marched from Harosheth Hagoyim to the Kishon River.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I totally got
They
it.
march in.
I got it.
So Cicero's the bad guy.
Yep. And Barak's the good guy, but the woman's going to take all the credit, and her name's Deborah.
And Sisera just got all of his 900 chariots.
Right.
Okay? And he's ready to do damage.
Right. And God told them to show up and also
Yeah.
told the Israelites to show up.
Right.
God's like, I'm going to make you guys fight each other.
Yeah.
So.
Now, you were asking good guy versus bad guy, who do we cheer for? In Bible canon, we are supposed to be cheering for Barak and Deborah.
Of course.
So.
Right.
That's who I'm choosing.
Yeah. It's always the Israelites we're supposed to cheer for.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Even though they are land-stealing motherfuckers.
Right.
In Bible canon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Then Deborah said to Barak, "Get ready. This is the day the Lord will give you victory over Sisera, for the Lord is marching ahead of you." That's what she said.
Is he marching ahead of them, though?
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's he doing?
Playing with his dick,
I mean,
probably.
right?
So Barak led his 10,000 warriors down the slopes of Mount Tabor into battle. When Barak attacked, the Lord threw Sisera and his chariots and warriors into a panic.
Into a panic. He made them panic.
He made them panic.
Okay. Not poisonous snakes, not fire.
Right.
Panic. He made them panic.
He didn't send any earthquakes or what the fuck ever. He just made them panic.
Got it.
Sisera leaped down from his chariot and escaped on foot. Of course he did. Then Barak chased the chariots and the enemy army all the way to Harosheth Hagoyim.
Yeah.
Killing all of Sisera's warriors. Not a single one was left alive.
Not a single one.
Never.
Not even the guy that was leading them and ran away?
No, Sisera ran away, but all his mans are dead.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Meanwhile, Sisera...
Back at the ranch.
You stupid. Meanwhile, Sisera ran to the tent of Jael. Jael.
Not jail, like jail.
No, it's Jael.
Okay.
So Jael.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever.
So anyway, Sisera ran to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber, the Kenite, because Heber's family was on friendly terms with King Jabin of Hazor.
Okay.
Whatever. I couldn't follow all of that.
I'm
too
lost
many.
there.
Jael went out to meet Sisera and said to him, "Come into my tent, sir. Come in. Don't be afraid." So he went into her tent and she covered him with a blanket.
Oh.
I bet she did. She did. "Please give me some water," he said. "I'm thirsty."
Right.
So she gave him some milk from a leather bag and covered him again.
Mm.
"Stand at the door of the tent," he told her. "If anybody comes and asks you if there's anyone here, say no." Okay.
Right.
But when Sisera fell asleep from exhaustion, Jael quietly crept up to him with a hammer and tent peg in her motherfucking hand.
Holy shit.
Then she drove the tent peg through his temple and into the ground.
I think maybe he tried to do something more than just lay under a blanket.
I think you might be right. And so he died.
Yeah, he did.
Was the rest of that sentence.
Right?
Holy shit,
That's
man.
pretty.
That escalated quickly.
Wow.
He was just hiding, and then she just took a tent peg to his head. Damn.
Yeah. It's rough.
That's nasty.
It's a hell of a way to go.
When Barak came looking for Sisera, JL went out to meet him. She said, "Come, I will show you the man you are looking for." Look what I did. Is that the right guy? Did I do good?
You guys not going to kill me, right?
So he followed her into the tent and found Sisera lying there dead with the tent peg through his fucking temple. So on that day, Israel saw God defeat Jabin, the Canaanite king. I'm pretty sure it was what's-her-butt.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one that drove the damn tent peg through his head.
I'm cheering for JL.
Damn.
She's my hero.
That is some...
If I gotta pick a saint or like a muse, I'm all on board with JL.
Right?
She took a fucking peg to his head.
Like, what's that badass motherfucker, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Badass motherfucker. Okay. Blah, 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 Jabin, the Canaanite king. And from that time on, Israel became stronger and stronger against King Jabin until they finally destroyed him. The end.
Okay.
Damn.
But a tent peg, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how they might have beat all of them, but she killed their leader. She killed the king.
Right? Well, no, that wasn't the king. That was the warrior.
Oh, yeah,
that
whatever.
was the leader of the...
The leader of the band.
Whatever. Yeah.
Anyway.
The army leader guy.
Yeah. Well, she killed him good.
She killed him good. I mean, like, that's some,
and
wow.
Her husband was supposed to be on the side of the not Israelites.
But I thought they said that they were on good terms with them.
I don't know.
Like, it said something about them being on good terms, I think.
Yeah, he crept to her tent because her husband was on good terms with his king. Yeah. Okay. That's why he went there.
Got it.
Because he's like, you're a friend and I'm in need.
No, I don't think that's what it said. I think they said that they were on good terms with the Israelites, actually.
Okay, hold on.
Hold
on. Nope, you're wrong.
Oh.
Sisera ran to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, because Heber's family was on friendly terms with King Jabin of Hazor.
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
That's why he went there.
No, I apologize. I just assumed since she put a fucking tent peg through his goddamn head.
That's what I'm saying.
That they had to be on good terms with the Israelites.
It was shocking.
Right?
Otherwise, if she and her husband were on good terms with the Israelites, why would he go there and expect her not to tent peg his head?
Right. Right. That's true.
So, yeah. But my question is, what led her to do that, and how does her husband feel about it?
There's got to be more to that story.
I hope there is.
You don't just randomly drive tent pegs through people's heads.
I don't.
I mean, yeah.
Not more than once, anyway. That you know of.
Right, yeah.
So, okay, hopefully this story continues tomorrow in Judges chapter 5. Please, please, please.
Right. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
Not even a little bit, no.
Okay. Well, it was something about Deborah was a prophet.
Okay.
And JL was a bitch who stabbed somebody through the eye with a tent stake.
Okay. That's that was crazy. For sure.
Remember that?
I do.
That was the best part.
It was. Yeah, that was nuts.
She was fucking badass.
Right?
She's my Patronus.
So what are we reading today?
Well, it looks like the Israelites are on their way to victory, supposedly.
Right,
maybe?
finally.
Maybe. We'll see.
After all these decades and whatever.
Yeah.
Backs and forths and whatever the hell it is.
So we'll find out for sure in Judges chapter 5.
All right, let's go do this.
Okay. Okay, so before I start chapter 5, there's one other thing I should have mentioned in the recap just then.
Oh, okay.
So Deborah was she was like telling Barak, remember Barak?
I do.
That he needs to go fight and win and shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you're a prophet, come with me." And then she was like, "Okay, I'll come, but you're not going to get the glory for this."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason that I wanted to make sure that was reiterated is because this is a little bit of a continuation of their story.
Okay.
It's called The Song of Deborah and Barak.
Got it.
So I thought it was really important to remember exactly what their dealio was.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
Okay. So on that day, Deborah and Barak, son of Abinoam, sang this song. Israel's leaders took charge, and the people gladly followed. Praise the Lord! Listen, you kings, pay attention, you mighty rulers, for I will sing to the Lord.
I'm not singing today.
I will make music to the Lord, the God of Israel.
Yeah.
Lord.
Go ahead.
What?
Sorry, continue with the song. My bad.
Lord, when you set out from Seir and marched across the fields of Edom, the earth trembled and the cloudy skies poured down rain.
Yeah. It's a great song. This is like top 40 hit.
It was like you were in church shouting amen. Except that you said, yeah.
I'm not sure how to, it's a fucking stupid song from the Bible. That's not really a song. It's just words.
The towels are on the table and need to be folded.
Right, yeah.
I need to remember to order some more Slim Jims. Okay. The mountains quaked in the presence of the Lord, the God of Mount Sinai, in the presence of the Lord, the God of Israel. Oh shit! It continues.
Oh my god, this is too long of a song. This is ridiculous.
It goes on a little bit.
I don't need songs anymore. I think the Bible should be done with songs.
Well, you are gonna hate the book of Psalms.
Well,
because Psalms is nothing but songs.
I've hated a lot of things so far already. So I mean, just saying.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
In the days of Shamgar, son of Anath, and in the days of Jael, that bitch who put the tent stake through that guy's eye.
I mean, that was.
I was loving that.
Yeah.
People avoided the main roads, and travelers stayed on winding pathways. Woohoo! There were few people left in the villages of Israel until Deborah arose as a mother for Israel. I thought I would,
Damn, these people are like really full of themselves. They got a song and they're like tooting their own horn.
They're like, I'm awesome, bitches.
What the fuck? It sounds like they just were a couple that like wanted to take power. They're like, yeah, you're going to sing about us. We're going to be powerful. And I'm going to be a prophet. He's going to be a judge. And you're all going to bow down before us.
When Israel chose new gods, war erupted at the city gates. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yet, not a shield or spear could be seen among 40,000 warriors in Israel.
Not a single shield or spear?
Well, apparently not.
I don't believe that.
That's a lie.
Right? Like, that's ridiculous. You're telling me they couldn't find a fucking sharpened pole in this field? Like, there's got to be something, right?
Yeah.
You can take a fork with you, for God's sakes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
My heart is with the commanders of Israel. For those who volunteered for war, praise the Lord. Okay?
Yeah.
Consider this, you who rode on fine donkeys.
Fine donkeys?
You who sit on fancy saddle blankets. And you who walk along the road. Listen to the village musicians gathered at the watering holes.
Yeah.
They recount the righteous victories of the Lord.
Definitely.
And the victories of his villagers in Israel.
They've got nothing here. Like, I can't even fucking comment on this. It's just stupid.
Then the people of the Lord marched down to the motherfucking city gates.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they did.
Not those city gates.
The city gates.
You ever wonder, like, was there actually ever gates? Or was it just like, I guess there was if it was like a walled thing. Like, if they got a wall.
Dude, I got
like
no
gates,
idea.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'd have to get one of those books that you get for kids that shows, like, medieval castles and shit like that.
Right.
But only for the Bronze Age.
I guess, but I mean, it's fair. I think some of those cities probably did have gates to, keep out whatever Canaanites or something.
I don't know how their fucking architecture works.
Right,
okay?
right, yeah.
Last I knew, they were in tents.
Yeah, yeah.
So, whatever.
Yep.
Wake up, Deborah! Wake up! Wake up and sing a song! Arise, Barak! Lead your captives away, son of Abinom!
Mm-hmm.
Down from Tabor marched a few against the nobles. The people of the Lord marched down against mighty warriors. They came down from Ephraim, a land that once belonged to the Amalekites. You know, the giants.
Yeah, I got it.
They followed you, Benjamin, with your troops.
Yeah.
From Machir, the commanders.
Wait. Benjamin, wasn't he like earlier on? And haven't we gone like decades now past that?
Yeah, they're saying.
They're recounting the history or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
They came down from Ephraim, ages ago. When,
all right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a song.
Back and
it's
forth.
really hard to keep track of this. So
forth.
I'm not really following entirely here.
Yeah. You just got to keep up.
You just got to stay with it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
From Machir, the commanders marched down. From Zebulun came those who carry a commander's staff. The princes of Issachar were with Deborah and Barak.
Okay. So they were with them.
They followed Barak rushing into the valley. But in the tribe of Reuben, there was great indecision.
I hate it when there's indecision. That really fucks everything up, man.
That happens to me every single fucking morning. Do I want to get off the bed? Do I want to stay in the bed?
Yeah, and your day starts off like that, huh?
Indecision all the time. Yeah. Is this the day I wear pants or is this the day I stay in sweats? Am I washing my hair? Am I letting it go? You just don't know.
Right.
So much indecision.
Yeah.
Why did you sit at home among the sheepfolds? Remember, he's talking to
what?
The sheepfolds.
Sheepfolds?
Sheep.
Oh.
Sheep. Folds. Folds of sheep.
Okay. All right.
Sheepfolds.
Got it. Okay.
He's talking to the tribe of Reuben because they had great indecision.
Why did they sit at home amongst the sheepfolds?
Why you staying home, brother?
Right. Yeah.
To hear the shepherds whistle for their flocks.
That's why I stay home. I always got to stay home to hear those shepherds whistle for their flocks.
It reminds me of that song, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day.
Right.
Yeah. Yes! In the tribe of Reuben, there was great indecision. Great.
Yeah.
Gilead remained east of the Jordan. And why did Dan stay home?
Dan got shit on pretty much through the whole Bible, so that's why they stayed home.
He's like, fuck that, I didn't get a good blessing, so I have no reason.
Yeah.
Asher sat unmoved at the seashore, remaining in his harbors.
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
sure he did.
I would too, I suppose.
I do that every morning. But Zebulun, risked his life, as did Naphtali, on the heights of the battlefield. This is my singing voice, by the way.
Yeah, no, I figured.
My Bible singing voice, not my actual.
Because we already tried Bible singing and that didn't work.
Oh, that did not work.
No.
So instead, I'm doing it as like a sermon.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The kings of Canaan came and fought at Tanakh near Megiddo Springs.
This is still a song, right?
Oh, yeah, we're still going.
Okay.
Megiddo Springs,
songs
bitches.
were a lot longer back then.
And they had no chorus.
There's no right.
But they carried off no silver treasures.
No. Okay.
No, they didn't. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
This is big time.
Okay.
The stars fought from heaven.
The stars fought from heaven.
Goddamn right they did. City of stars. Are you fighting for?
Okay. All right. We're
Canaan.
The Bible.
Israel.
The Bible is hypothetically God's word, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying the stars fought in heaven.
They fought from
heaven.
And you rolled right over my fucking
City of Stars thing.
La La Land song.
Yeah, I did.
It was funny.
I sure did.
Asshole.
I rolled over that.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, except for it's stupid.
So let me just get this straight. You rolled over my song
for no reason whatsoever. Yes, that is correct.
I fucking hate you sometimes.
I know. I apologize.
Because that was good. I sang City of Stars, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. So anyway, the stars fought from heaven.
Okay.
The stars in their orbits fought against Sisera.
Ah.
They fought.
I'd have liked to have seen that.
I
stars fighting
would
Sisera
pay
looks
good money to see
Right.
the stars. Maybe they mean celebrities. Like Lady Gaga came.
I don't think that's what they mean.
Lady Gaga's a star. She was fighting Sisera.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what they mean.
Maybe Brad Pitt was fighting Sisera.
No, still, I think that's wrong.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Nope.
What kind of star do you think?
The ones in the sky.
No, name a star that you think would fight Sisera.
I don't know who the fuck would fight Sisera.
I think that Sisera would kick Elon Musk's little ass.
I'm sure you're probably right.
I know I'm right, goddammit.
Right.
Yeah. He's not a star anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Kishon River swept them away. That ancient torrent. The Kishon. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
The Kishon.
The Kishon.
Okay.
Yep.
March on with courage, my soul.
March on with courage, my soul.
My soul.
He's speaking to his soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you speak to your soul?
Not really, no.
Don't
Can't
you
say
say
that
to
I do.
yourself, soul?
Nope.
Let's get moving, soul.
I can't say I've ever had that conversation.
Me neither. I just was just checking. Make sure I wasn't missing out on something.
Nope.
Then the horse's hooves hammered the ground. The galloping of Sisera's mighty steeds.
Do you know, every time I hear somebody talking about galloping or, horses,
I know exactly where you're going. You're going with the coconuts.
Yeah, the coconuts from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, like every single time anybody talks about horses galloping or anything, I'm like, yeah, and that's what goes in my head.
Yep, because that's what it sounds like.
Right?
Those
Yeah,
coconuts.
that's what they did a great job.
They did.
Those were some good sound effects.
Because how old is that movie? Like that movie came out
before we were born.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the early 70s or something, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. It might even be like the late 60s, maybe.
Right.
I'm not positive.
What I'm saying is, by the time I saw it as like a teenager or some young person in my 20s,
it was already
so old.
Right.
And it was still fucking hilarious.
What bothers me is that you didn't see it until your late teenage years or early 20s.
Well, I had different parents.
I know.
I had Republican parents.
Right.
And also parents that, I mean, they didn't watch Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
They didn't watch, what are some other things?
David Letterman. They probably didn't watch David Letterman.
They didn't watch David Letterman.
Yeah.
I mean, we did watch X-Files.
Yeah. But that was, I think that was pretty much harmless across the board. It was just stories.
We watched The Simpsons.
That's a little, maybe, I think maybe your parents just didn't get it.
I actually think you're probably right.
Yeah.
In retrospect, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Not to be mean.
No, I think you're right, because sometimes like I'll say a joke and then they won't get it and then I have to explain it and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Or if I tell them something that's like, everybody knows this, like, I can't even think of a good example.
Yeah.
But they've never heard of it, so they're like, and I'm like, no, I promise.
Yeah.
This is common knowledge, you guys.
Right.
You don't even have to be on Twitter to know it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Twitter knows everything.
Shut up. I was stalling just now. So
Why?
because this song is fucking long.
Oh, well, it's not going to get any shorter the more you stall.
You're being an asshole.
Maybe a little bit.
You're being uppity.
Maybe
like
just a tad.
It's like you resent the fact that I have to sing this song.
I resent the fact that there's not much to comment on because it's dumb.
That's why I'm adding little stories in there.
Right. Okay.
Let the people of Miraz be cursed, said the angel of the Lord. Let them be utterly cursed, because they did not come to help the Lord against the mighty warriors. But
yeah.
Most blessed among women is Jael. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The wife of Heber the Kenite. May she be blessed above all women who live in tents.
She is the one.
It took a minute. It took a second.
She is the top woman that lives in tents.
Of all the women who live in tents,
she's the one.
She's the
top
one.
dog.
Yeah.
But I mean, she did,
murder somebody.
That was crazy.
She was a murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to be for the team we're pulling for.
Right.
But regardless, she was a sick ass murderer.
Yeah.
She's still my Patronus. I
mean,
care.
that was, yeah.
Sisera asked for water and she gave him milk. In a bowl fit for nobles, she brought him yogurt.
I gotta wonder, what is the significance of giving him milk versus water? Like, is it just that she didn't follow his directions?
No, it's a step up. And she brought him yogurt. Like, she treated him so good.
Yeah.
And then she turned around and went, psych, and stabbed him in the eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, listen. In a bowl fit for nobles, she brought him yogurt.
Okay.
See? She treated him like the king person that he was claiming to be.
Got it.
And she was like, anything for you, my lord.
Right.
Then with her left hand, she reached for a tent peg. And with her right hand, for the workman's hammer. Why did she have a workman's hammer? She was getting busy.
I don't know.
She struck Sisera with the hammer, crushing his head.
Wait, I thought she drove the tent peg through his head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be smarter to crush his head first. So.
With a shattering blow, she pierced his temples.
Okay.
He sank. He fell. He lay still at her feet.
I mean, he was on the bed, so I don't know if any of that's true. But whatever.
And where he sank, there he died.
Well, yeah. Tent pegs through the head usually do that to you.
I always die when I get a tent
yeah.
peg through the head. From the window, Sisera's mother looked out. Through the window, she watched for his return, saying, why is his chariot so long in coming? Why don't we hear the sound of chariot wheels? Thought I'd throw some sound of music.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I couldn't get. Yeah, sound of music was in my head because it just sounded like the scene where she's like got her arms open and
the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Right, you better watch it. We might get hit for like copyright infringement here.
Whatever. I guarantee I didn't sound nothing like that song.
Oh, okay. All right.
Her wise women answer, and she repeats these words to herself. They must be dividing the captured plunder with a woman or two for every man, because men need lots of women to fuck. That last part was me. I added that.
Yeah, okay.
There will be colorful robes for Sisera.
Be colorful what?
Robes,
okay.
like what Joseph wore when he was technicolored.
Sorry, you're singing sing-song voice. I can't understand everything you're saying.
He got sold to the Egyptians.
Right.
And colorful embroidered robes for me.
Okay.
This is his mom singing, so I have to give her this voice of innocence.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it still the same song though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's still the same song.
Still the same song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she does not know that her son's been murdered. She's like, what's taking so long? Oh, they're probably splitting up the plunder, the women and the robes.
Right,
shit.
Yeah.
Yes, the plunder will include colorful robes embroidered on both sides.
But no, it won't.
Lord, may all your enemies die like Sisera. May those who love you rise like the sun in all its power.
Yeah, all your enemies should die with a tent peg through their fucking skull.
So that's the end of the song, but there's one more sentence.
Oh, okay.
You're going to love this one. Ready?
I'm sure you're right.
Then there was peace in the land for 40 years.
but only 40 years.
The end.
Okay. Well, so that was... Why? Oh,
why?
They need to stop singing. Singing's bad in the Bible.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't do it.
It's true.
So hopefully there's less singing tomorrow. Or no. Today's Friday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is our Q&A.
Tomorrow's our Q&A, and then Sunday's our replay. And then on Monday, we'll be back for Judges chapter 6.
All right. Awesome.
Hopefully, I won't be singing.
Yeah, definitely. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
It's a Q&A.
It sure is.
Do you have some cues?
Well, I think we had some cues, but...
We did.
I didn't recall what they were.
That's okay. I have some cues, and I have their A's.
Okay.
So, we're going to go over a little bit about the book of Joshua and some false god stuff, and, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go jump into this and do this.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so the book of Judges, right?
Yes, the book of Judges.
So, I was kind of right in that as far as the time period goes, it does overlap the book of Joshua.
Okay.
So,
it was a little confusing to me because,
right.
it seemed very intrusive into that time frame.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? This doesn't work.
No, I totally get it. It basically it picks up towards the end of Joshua's life.
Okay.
And then continues on from there. And when they talk about Joshua, or when they say his name, they're more referring to that time period. It's kind of like a remember when.
Okay.
Rather than we're going back in history and this happened, haha.
Right.
So it's kind of like keep up. You know what I mean?
Got it, yeah.
And so part of the reason that they do that is because they're kind of going back and forth. Like, I think when we were off recording off the mic, you said something about how he was almost like the first judge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, like, because after that there was, I think, Othniel, and then they started the next judge was after that. So, like, he kind of started the whole... I mean, you could consider him maybe the first judge or something.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think that's a really astute observation, honestly, because... like I said, the book of Judges does pick up towards the end of his life. And during the days of Joshua, Israel did not fully possess the land, the promised land.
Which was a little bit misleading in the reading of it. But
exactly.
Hey, whatever.
Exactly. But during that time period, although they compromised a lot or hadn't conquered all the land and kind of either lived in battle with the people or lived in peace with the people,
right?
They weren't worshiping the idols of the Canaanites, or at least not overtly.
Right.
Like they may have been, but it was more closeted because while Joshua was living, this was still the generation, like the last generation of those who knew the deal as far as like what was what with God.
It's almost the way it makes it sound, because it's generational. It seems like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It almost seems like they need someone to hold them to this, or else, like they need an or else, and that person needs to be a strong figure for them to actually fall in line with the teachings, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, they devolve back into their old ways.
Which makes total sense if you think about it, because we don't follow the same rules and belief patterns and behaviors as our parents.
Right, and I suppose really Christianity would be a whole different ballgame if people were like, follow it or don't follow it, whatever.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. So, it's not really surprising that each generation kind of does its own thing, and that they fall in and out of pleasure with God.
Right.
So after the death of Joshua, that's when they really started worshiping the other Canaanite gods. Like, their idol worshiping and that kind of thing. So not the gods so much as the idols. One of those was, you'll recall, Baal.
Yeah.
And
He was
also
the big bad Baal.
Yeah. Well, there's Baal is like the capital G god,
right? And
then Baal without the little accent. Yeah. That would be like your lowercase, referring to many gods.
Got it.
Like
the other sub-gods maybe, or something like that, or whatever.
Well, no, it's like basically when you're saying like the main one, like there is God, there is Baal.
Right.
But then when you're like, actually, there could be many gods, we don't know. There could be many Baals.
Sure.
So that's the differentiation between the two.
Right.
But the reason that they particularly liked this Baal guy was because he was the god of weather and nature, and would thus ensure agricultural success.
Okay.
And
that makes sense. They were, tending farms and stuff like that. So, they wanted to make sure that stuff worked well for them.
They were an agricultural community of people. So, yeah. Right. Getting more to the bottom line, this relates to they were pursuing personal wealth.
Right.
So
obviously, I think that's really what it all boils down to is, and they bring up wealth a lot in the Old Testament, like so far, and they say if you follow God that you're going to gain personal wealth and attain things and what have you. So that makes sense.
So another one that they worshipped was Ashtaroth, and she was one of our questions.
That's right. I forgot we did mention that. It seemed like I had heard something about that one at some point before, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. She was the goddess of love, sex, and fertility.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it totally wouldn't surprise me. And I would like to do like a whole thing just on her maybe sometime.
Right.
Just maybe as like an extra episode somewhere.
Well, it's just interesting to me that there was all these gods in this time period because everybody always hears about like your Greek gods and Roman gods and all that kind of stuff, and then the Egyptian gods, and of course Christianity and all these other
pantheon of pagan gods,
Hinduism and
sure.
Whatever. Like there's all these other gods out there, but you never hear about these gods other than like right now when we're learning that about them in the Bible. And that's not to say that people haven't done studies on them, but like they're not part of that like
the mainstream.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of cool to find out. Oh, and here's some more gods. So
right. The ones that predate the Greek and Roman, and the ones that the Greek and Roman would have come from.
Right.
So, Ashtaroth, like I said, she was the goddess of love, sex, and fertility. So insofar as what the people would be getting out of that would be physical pleasure.
Right.
So they were greedy and wanted sex all the time.
I mean, honestly, that sounds a lot better than the fucking god they picked in the end. So.
I don't know about that. I'm glad you said that because a lot of times those practices incorporated child sacrifice.
Why do they always gotta incorporate child sacrifice? That's bullshit.
So maybe not.
I just don't. What the fuck?
Maybe not. So we had another question about what exactly were quote unquote judges.
Yeah.
And we were like, they don't sound very judgy. They sound like leaders.
Right.
Well, we interpreted that correctly. They were basically various rulers. They were generally military leaders and fighters and heroic leaders, more so than they were preachers of righteousness.
Well,
or
that
anything like
also
that.
The way they phrased it, and again, this could be a mistranslation, but like the way they phrased it is very misconstruing. Like it's
misleading. The word that they picked.
Because they actually do have judges that they talked about back in Moses' time that they brought to like judge people and stuff like that. So like
when Moses was told to delegate by his father-in-law.
Yeah, so it was weird that they would use the same word. Now again, mistranslations abound, so who knows? But it is still weird to me that they use those same words.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
At least in what we're reading. So.
I totally agree, and that made me really happy that we guessed correctly what they meant.
I didn't think they didn't leave much room for interpretation. Like they're like, yep, they're keeping them in line, and they're going to war and winning stuff, and yada yada yada.
Well, it makes you wonder. Since these are what these people are doing and we're getting to know them by name, it makes me wonder if we actually misunderstood the meaning of the word judge earlier on.
That could be.
When he was
it didn't feel that way, but
right. But when he was delegating, Moses, that is, was delegating responsibilities.
Right, it could have been
these judges,
leaders of those clans,
right,
or whatever tribes or whatever,
military leaders, fighters, stuff like that, to make decisions. Whereas I was thinking like a guy that sits in a robe with a wig on his head.
No, that almost actually makes more sense. But I mean, without delving into that, I don't know that that's the case. But that would almost make more sense if they tied it in that way.
Yeah. So it's just kind of funny to me that like we assumed one thing earlier on, and then when they described these new guys, we're like, oh.
Yeah.
So, the Book of Judges as a whole, we went over this a little bit in our intro to the Book of Judges. It recounts the history of the children of Israel, which is what we call the Israelites.
Sure.
From the time they settled in the land of Canaan after Joshua's death through to the birth of Samuel.
Okay.
Who the fuck is Samuel?
I don't know
yet.
Right.
There's a book about him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There might even be 2.
There's books about all kinds of things.
No, I mean in the Bible.
No, I know. I got you. That's what I meant. In the Bible, there's books about all kinds of things and people.
So we're gonna learn about him, but that's what Judges covers.
Got it.
So, you know how Joshua was Moses' assistant?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't realize this, or I should have realized it because it makes sense in retrospect. It's obvious. Joshua did not appoint somebody to take his place after him to guide the nation.
They didn't cover that. So, that's interesting. Like, was there just nobody willing or ready to
or
do it?
worthy. I don't know.
Or did he think he didn't need to train somebody? Did the person he trained die off before they got to that point?
I mean, who knows?
Like,
I do know, remember towards the end of his life, he was like really displeased with the people because
Right.
he was like, you guys are starting to worship and you're not winning and you're taking these people as slaves.
He was a little bit disenfranchised from them.
Disenchanted.
Disenchanted, yeah, that's
yeah.
what I meant.
Unimpressed.
Sorry.
Unimpressed,
right.
at the very least.
Yes.
He was like, I don't... And remember, he was like, okay, you're going to need to give up all of your sins and, do this and do that.
Which implied that there was things going wrong in his eyes.
Exactly. And they were like, we promised to serve God. And then he was like, you can't serve him.
Right.
And we took it wrong at first until we looked into it more and realized that he meant, unless you do these other things, you are not able to correctly serve him.
Right.
And so that could be, and that would be my guess, is that he didn't have an acolyte or a person that he had been training because...
Well, and to be fair to Joshua, I guess they were doing a lot of warring at that point.
That's true.
It's hard to train somebody when you're going to war all the time. So.
Right. I mean, Moses managed it, but he was traveling.
Yeah.
He wasn't...
At war.
He did some conquering.
But not a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they would do one, and then they would, like, travel for a few years.
And let's be fair, Joshua was kind of with him learning probably from the time they left Egypt on, because he was going up Mount Sinai with them. So,
yeah.
Like, he was an acolyte of Moses very
from
early
the
on.
Very beginning, yeah.
Right.
So, Joshua was already in old age when he... had to take over for Moses.
Yeah.
And who would he have chosen at that point, to follow him up?
Right.
So,
I mean, he should have, but...
Sure.
Obviously, he didn't.
He didn't.
So, wah, wah, wah.
So, do you remember how we were... Oh, sorry, I'm changing the subject now a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so do you remember how we were like, what? When, there was the king who he chopped off the thumbs and toes.
Yeah.
Thumbs and big toes.
Yeah.
And so then our guys did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
That he had been doing.
Well, they said it in the wrong order, and it was like really weird the way they led into it. So
yeah. So, but we found out afterwards, like he had been doing that to everybody, so it made sense. It was
eye for an eye type
punishment.
shit.
Right. So I didn't realize this. It was a custom among the people at the time who did not like military life to cut off their own thumbs.
What the fuck?
So that they wouldn't be called to be in the army. It was basically an early form of draft dodging.
Right, this is like the bone spurs and stuff?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes even parents would cut off the thumbs of their children so that they would never be called into the army.
Damn.
So that's the significance of why he did that. Because without their big toes, they couldn't march. Without their thumbs, they couldn't fight.
Right.
So...
I mean, we still, people today still don't want their kids to go into the army and stuff. But, I mean, like, back then it had to be a lot more relevant. Like, I mean,
absolutely.
You were probably going to die.
Yeah.
Or at least be maimed or something.
Absolutely.
Like, it was not a good thing to be, I'm sure.
And I don't think it was necessarily out of love of their children either. I think it was, we need help to run this farm kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm
selfishness.
losing... Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And not only that, but to carry on their name, because that's very important to them.
Yes, that's true.
So.
That is true. So, so that was that. Another thing we had a question about was the City of Palms.
Yeah.
We were like, the fuck is that?
The City of Palms, was that the... Okay. You have to remind me a little bit, because I can't remember what that was exactly.
I don't remember where it was. I just remember we had a question about what the fuck is that.
Okay.
It was another name for the city of Jericho.
Oh, okay.
So it was just Jericho.
Okay.
City of Palms.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that answers that.
Right, yeah. I mean, they have, yeah. All right.
Whatever.
Renaming.
Right,
sure.
right. Like, why can't you just call it what it is? My God.
Right.
Okay, I have one more thing, and it doesn't really answer our question, but it doesn't not answer our question either.
Okay, all right.
So remember when we were like, so an angel of the Lord, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
Right.
And we were like, is it an angel? Is it a prophet? Is it God himself?
Right.
So most Christian scholars and I say that because what I'm about to say, just take it with a grain of salt.
Okay. All right.
Most Christian scholars believe it is likely that it was God himself appearing in human form.
Huh.
But
that's weird.
Because of some of the phrasing, because there are other places in the Bible, like in the book of Timothy, which we obviously haven't got to yet. It says that God cannot be seen.
Right. And they even referred to that with Moses because, like, you cannot look upon me and stuff like that, right? I mean,
it's him in human form,
which
would
there's a distinction between
magic.
Why wouldn't he do that all the fucking time? Why wouldn't he come down and talk to them in human form all the time?
As I said, it doesn't answer our question, and it doesn't not answer our question.
All right.
It is what it is.
All right. So maybe sometimes God was human.
I think it's part of that trying to apply New Testament eyes to Old Testament stories.
I think it's part of that. Let's take all these crazy fucking stories and try to apply anything that makes any goddamn lick of sense to try to make it sound sensible, and it doesn't.
Another word for that is apologists.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like, by the time you get done spinning it all, your mind is so fucking frayed from all the bullshit running through it at that point that you can't even see straight. So
right, because the truth of the matter is, nobody knows.
Right.
You know?
It's a fucking book written in the Bronze Age by people that had nothing to do with this shit, and they're telling stories that got told to them by people that got told to them by people that got told to them, and so on and so on and so forth.
So the likelihood that this happened at all is very highly to the negative.
Right, and I think that especially applies in the Old Testament, because the Old Testament was very much a
oral history
for such a long time.
And it was more based on collective societal remembrance for them as a people.
Well, and more than that, I mean, I think that even shows up in like where they steal stories from, older gods and stuff like that, and they don't like they basically incorporate all these different gods into this book.
Sure.
And they make it one story now, and it just doesn't hold water after a while. You're like, wait, this is over here. Wait, that's over there.
Sure.
What the fuck is this? Donkeys that speak? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's highly unlikely that the thing happened, and then beyond that, it's very impossible that it happened the way they said.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I got for you there.
Gotcha. All right.
So that is the end of that.
That is the end of that?
I don't think I hit all the questions we had.
Probably not.
But
I don't think we ever do.
No.
I mean, we kind of suck. Either that, or there's literally like no questions in an entire week.
Right.
One of the two. It's never an in between.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Hey, but at least one thing happened.
What's that?
We kind of maybe sorta, I think, finally have our sound fixed.
I think you might be right.
I had to give yesterday like a test run and see how it went, but I think we're good.
Okay.
I mean, more or less,
More or less.
We're never good.
Insofar as we are unprofessional schlubs.
Right, yeah, that. Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much all we got then?
Yep. So that's a Saturday for you.
That is, and tomorrow will be the
replay.
The replay, or as I like to call it, the recap or whatever.
It's not a recap.
Whatever.
It's a replay.
It is what it is, And
then Monday
we'll be starting with Judges chapter 6. All right, we will see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.
Husband.
Yes, wife?
Remember how you told me we're on Patreon now?
Yeah, why?
Because we're starting something new for Patreon members only. Every couple of weeks, we'll cover something in the news, a current event, or something we feel strongly needs to be discussed. And only subscribers get to hear our discussion.
That's right. It's all for our Patreon members as a thank you for their support. Join now for as little as $2 a month to get all of our extra content. Go to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse.
Do it now. Husband, it's the end.
It is indeed, wife.
Tell the people where they can contact us.
Well, they can get a hold of us via our email, which is Sacrilegious Discourse at gmail.com. We have Twitter at sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh, why do you keep doing that? Ugh. All right, we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and a Pinterest page. But if you really want to get our attention, Twitter's where it's at.
Twitter is where you're at.
Yeah.
And they should also review, like, and subscribe, yeah?
Definitely. Apple Podcasts reviews help us out tremendously. And we also can use your support on Patreon, which is a great place to support us as well. That would be at patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse.
Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.